then there's also therapy too.
Okay, well, we're here. We are at season 6, episode 5. However, I did have a follow up from the last episode that we talked about with Stephanie Erb. We were talking about which episode you would introduce people to if they're new to parks, and I totally forgot to say the Get on Your Feet episode. Why didn't I think of that?
Oh my gosh! Yeah, what a great episode.
That's the one. I mean,
And
that's the one.
And you know the one I think that I would do, I don't think I mentioned this in the episode, is the fight.
Oh, yeah. The snake juice one.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh
I love that
There's
episode.
Just so many.
Because when everybody's trashed, you get to see a completely different side of them. And it's such a good episode.
Yes. I think the ones that we chose are ones who are like already Parks fans.
Yeah.
Which is fair. I think that's great. But yes, I think those are the top 3 now. So the snake juice one, Get on Your Feet, which is called the Comeback Kid
Right.
episode, and then the Harvest Festival, I would say, would
Yeah.
be top 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're new here, those are the things. I don't think anyone is new here, but
No.
new to parks anyway. However, that
Or
would
if
be
they're
a good
trying to
thing
get somebody to
tell
watch
people.
parks.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
There's your starter pack.
Yes. Right. Exactly. And Peacock has pretty decent prices, but just saying. Anyway, okay. Okay, yeah. So season 6, episode 5, Gin It Up. Love this episode. Very straightforward. ABC stories. Only a couple of guest stars, not as much. But I think that's because we had like 900 guest stars in Doppelgangers. So
Yeah.
it felt less like, in this one. But yeah.
Yeah. They're leaning into the town.
Right.
So
totally.
people have been here for a while.
Yeah, 100%. And also, Nadya and Typhoon are just incredible. So I'm glad that they got their own little moments to shine here. Side note, I never really knew, and I was always confused about this episode's name because I never really used the phrase "gin it up."
Yeah, me
Have you
either.
ever used it or know what it means?
No, and I was also like, I had to go back and check the title again after I'd taken all my notes because I was like, I don't think, does this vibe with what the episode was about? I don't know.
Like, how was this supposed to go?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I looked it up because I was like, what the F?
Yep.
And yeah, it's definitely a phrase that is used. I don't know how often or whatever, but it is a phrase. And it basically means to use or boost or make more active. So like gin up those sales or gin up the economy. And there's also threads that say gin up means to motivate a crowd to do something that they would not otherwise do. So like to instill some sort of like false bravery situation, courage. So I'm guessing in this case, maybe it means make a bigger deal out of every little tiny thing, meaning the Donna and Leslie scandal moment, and just everything in general for recalling Nope. So I think that might be what it means, like to make her more of a villain, to make the crowd hate her, to boost up this animosity toward her.
Yeah. I can also see
a straight up trial.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I can also see it being for Tom, who just lays it on thick.
Yes, totally. So it could be for all of them, really.
Yeah.
Every single story. Yes.
So true.
Okay. And yeah, Ron making a bigger deal out of the will than it is, even though it is a big deal, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. I have thoughts on that too.
Okay. I know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was written by Matt Murray, who is also a producer and writer known for Community, The Good Place, and many, many episodes of SNL, of course. And I say of course because so many people are in the SNL universe from this show. He was there the same years as Amy Poehler. They had some overlap, so they were already, in the same kind of circle, so that's fun. And he is also a writer and producer on Loot on Apple TV with Maya Rudolph and our friend Alan Yang, who is a producer and writer on this show, Parks and Rec. And he also worked on Rutherford Falls with Ed Helms.
Okay.
And all of those are on Peacock, FYI, just letting you know.
even Loot?
Oh no, Loot's Apple TV. I just said that. Sorry.
No,
Rutherford Falls is on Peacock.
Sometimes something belongs to like Apple TV, and then they get like a right to show it. So it could have been a thing.
That's right.
Apple's probably a little bit more strict than other people, but
I know. I wonder. That's true. And Adam Scott is in Loot a couple of times too,
Oh,
so
cool.
it's definitely worth a watch. It's super fun. And then Matt Murray also worked on Girls Five Eva, which we love. It has a lot of our favorite SNL people and comedy people in there. So many great things in his career. And I believe Girls Five Eva started on Peacock and then it ended on Netflix.
Okay.
Because if it was Peacock or whoever it was, whichever streaming service dropped the ball and like dropped them, but then Netflix picked it up. So
Cool.
yeah. Okay, and then we have this directed by Jorma Taccone of Lonely
That's
Island
awesome.
fame.
I know. I love it so much.
Fun. Oh my God. So for those of us that are new here or you need a refresher, he will later come back as the Grizzle guy, but this is his second time directing Parks. I thought this was his first time, but we actually saw him in season 4 for the Treaty episode, which is the UN episode. The Model UN episode.
Yeah.
So this is his second time, and it is his last time directing, but obviously not the last time he'll be on the show because, like I said, he'll come back for Grizzle. And I didn't realize he was like such a prominent director. He directed a lot of stuff on SNL, and he directed the MacGruber TV show, apparently, which I didn't realize.
Yeah.
He also directed Popstar. I didn't realize he directed that movie with his Lonely Island castmates. So, yeah.
Yeah. He, I think because Andy was on the screen in SNL, like for, everything, people thought that he was the reason Lonely Island was there and like no one else was part of it, but Jorma was part of it almost as long as he was behind the scenes.
Yeah, and so was the other guy. I can't remember the other guy's name, but
Yakiv?
they all auditioned together.
I think his name's Yakiv.
Yeah. But yeah, they all auditioned together, and then the other two were writers, and then Andy got to be on the screen. But yeah, you're right that it's totally collaboration. It wasn't just Sandberg. So yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, but those are some good years, Lonely
Yes.
Island years. Yeah,
Oh
they
my
have good
gosh.
stuff.
So great. Ugh, incredible. So smart. It's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, I am ready for a summary whenever you are.
All right. Leslie handles a scandal that in the end brings her and Donna closer. Tom flirts with someone trying to get a permit in the weirdest ways possible, and Ben helps Ron update his will now that he has a family to look after.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Classic episode, I feel. This is one of the episodes I look at and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is classic Parks. We've gotten in our groove. We know what we're doing here. I love it so much.
Yeah, and I think we've taken the last couple episodes we've been in Eagleton. We've been dealing with the recall. And I think this episode takes us back kind of the basics. We're here I mean, we're still dealing with the recall, but like we're back where we're dealing with park stuff mostly.
Yeah.
And
so true.
Yeah, it just feels familiar, I feel like.
Yeah, agreed. Totally. Familiar is a great word. So speaking of the recall, we start this episode with Ben and Leslie going over their polling. Leslie is only down 4 points, and Leslie's saying she does not want to go negative, just like in her, campaign, even though the recall opposition is absolutely going negative.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Yeah.
I love this line though. Your heart's in the right place. Your heart and your butt.
That's a great line. I have that written too. Yeah. And she pulls out this doll that is probably so much money to make, and how many they had to make to pass them out.
At elementary school.
That's so wrong.
Propaganda.
Yeah. This is my thing, is like when you're in elementary school, like you don't understand politics to know enough of like what's going on. And so I would when I was teaching, I would hear kids that are like 7 yelling like, screw this person, yay this person. And I'm like, do you even know what you're saying? Your parents are just putting it out there for you. And this is the same vibe. It's like they're too young to know what you're saying, and you're giving them an opinion. Like you're not letting them form their own. It makes me so sad.
No, 100%. I've done that too. I used to do mission friends, what they called mission friends at school. If you're a Sunday school bitch, you probably know what that means. But it's like when the kids are younger and during when the adults are in the sanctuary and all the kids go back to mission friends, which is so it's not before the sermon, which is what Sunday school is. It's during the sermon, but when kids can't be like they're not old enough to be out there, or their parents decide they're not old enough to be out there. And yeah, I remember that distinctly too. And especially in church, I didn't hear every day or every single Sunday, but like when I did hear it, I was like, oh God, so that's what they're teaching you. And that's how you're like twisting religion. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
But
Dang.
even in a secular circumstance,
Yeah.
like you said, it's just, yeah, the kids have no idea. So yeah, this is definitely propaganda and so crazy. It is. I mean, I will say it's good that they mix this in with the fart because
Yeah.
it's so funny.
Yeah.
And I feel like it just shows how cheap the other side is and how like they don't really understand anything and will laugh at anything as long as it's like just derogatory towards the other person.
Yeah.
But then making the fart really long too. Like
So
you do
long.
have to, like
That voice sounds like Leslie to me too. It sounds like Amy Poehler voiced that.
Yeah,
the
like
doll.
a distorted version.
Mhm.
Yeah, totally. Yes. Oh my gosh. There is a deleted scene here I wanted to bring up where they go to the booths that they have set up, the Recall Note people have set up, and there's a dude trying to give away this gift bag to them. And that scene was cut, but obviously, you know me, I wanted to play it because this actor clearly was in here. So I'll just play it for you. It is funny.
Morning, care for a Recall Note gift bag? Oh, sorry, a Recall You gift bag.
This is outrageous. Wow, there's some really nice things in here. I don't want any of this.
Okay, but can I get those truffles back?
What truffles?
Well, they're right there in your right hand. Oh, thanks so much. Gift bag. Can you take this off?
So that was Ben, by the way. He says, "Can you take this off?" And it was like a sticker on a really nice coffee mug and travel coffee mug. And yeah, they have some really nice stuff in those bags. And I was like to your point, that I mean, expensive as hell. I don't know who the hell is funding this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's insane.
Nuts.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that guy's name is Neil Campbell, and he's actually a producer for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He was a really big part of that show. So that's fun. I didn't know how that all worked or who was friends with who, or if he just kind of came like regularly auditioned with an agent or something like that. But he has a lot of photos with Andy Samberg.
Oh, cool.
And that is because he also is in this other show that is later on in my notes, but I'll just read the regular notes first. But he's the producer of Comedy Bang Bang as well, a huge UCB guy. He also created a show called Dig Man, which is animated. And that's why he has the pictures on the show on IMDb / on the internet with Andy Samberg, because Andy Samberg is also in that animated show. I really want to watch it because it talks about if archaeologists were celebrities. And I was like, what an interesting tagline.
That is so interesting.
Yeah. I don't know what channel it's on, but I'm sure it's I'm sure it's on the streaming somewhere. So
Yeah.
Dig Man is what that's called. So definitely want to add that to my list. And on the show, on Parks, his character name is Lerf, Lerf. Last name, I don't even know how you pronounce this. Kormhurt. It's KORMH Yurt. YURT.
Yeah.
Kormhurt.
It's got to be somebody's friend, man. Has that
Mike
last
Schur,
name.
You weirdo. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. But anyway, so I don't know why that was cut because that would have been super fun. But I'm glad that he goes on to like work with, people from Parks as well.
Yeah. That's great.
Okay. So now Leslie printed out a bunch of don't stickers and question mark stickers, stickers that say don't on them and question marks for the Recall Nope signs. And of course, Donna figures it out. Like, why don't you just put the don't in front of Recall Nope?
Oh, Leslie.
I know. She didn't think it through. That's okay. She's stressed. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah,
this is
she's
something
super
I would
stressed.
do too, though. I feel like I would not think how simple it could be.
Yeah.
I would try to make it harder than it is. Recall Nope. Don't.
No, I love that. And then April's like, can I take these? Like, I want to go put them on stop signs. And I read somewhere, and I'll be interested to like follow it and see if we can find them, that you can find those question mark stickers throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah. And I think the don'ts too.
Okay, cool.
And even in this episode, you see them.
You do.
I've picked up a couple of them that you see them just randomly around. So yeah, I definitely would be interested. That will be a fun game for us to check and see where they are in future episodes for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So now someone new is coming into the Parks office, and I love that speaking of which, I love that all the question marks are on the front desk. I mean, that must have taken so much time. Like the whole desk is covered in them. in the parks department. And I love that this gal that comes in immediately spars with April. Like, she doesn't even act surprised. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
are you doing a witch coven? Or are you doing slip and slide contest? Slip and slide contest. Really? No.
I know. I love it.
I love it. So she wants to set up a mobile clinic for vaccinations in one of the parks, and we zoom out to see Tom just staring at her with his Tom face, and
Oh
I
my
laughed
gosh.
out loud at that. That's such a funny reveal. Zoom out.
Seriously. And we don't have, like, what I love is we've seen a character development here, right? Like, Tom would have been sleazy in season 1 or 2 about this. Like, he would have been, like, making derogatory comments or comments about taking her back to his place. But, like, he's really calmed down, and watching him try to get her this whole episode, I didn't have any, like, ew, Tom moments. They were all just
Yeah.
like, oh, Tom.
Right. Yeah. So he's turned in from sleazy Tom to psycho Tom.
Yes, Psycho Tom. That's a great adjective for this.
But like nice psycho, not
Yeah.
creepy psycho.
Yeah.
I mean,
His
it is
intentions
creepy,
are
but-
pure. He's not trying to
Yes.
murder her. It's just coming across that way.
Right, exactly. I love that she's like, sorry, is there something wrong with him? She does a great job of like slowly stopping speaking to ask if there's something wrong. Because
Mhm.
she's still talking to April, but then she's just like looking over like, maybe this isn't really happening. And then there comes a point where she can't avoid it anymore. I thought that was really great.
Yeah. Yeah. She does a great job with all of her delivery.
Yes, totally. It's so good. And somehow Tom starts speaking in a British accent, which I love this fact. He doesn't even question it. It just comes out and he
Yep.
just tries to keep up with it because that's his way of being psycho Tom and not sleazy Tom is like, maybe I can impress her in some way with a
Yeah.
British accent, question mark. I don't know.
Well,
I
and
wonder how that came up in the writer's room or if that was like an Aziz moment. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't. And April's face, the way she reacts to is like it's not too over the top where like it's giving it away, but she's like, what is happening?
Right.
Who is
yeah,
this
she's so
person?
into it because obviously April loves psycho people.
Yeah.
And psychotic breaks,
It's her
which
thing.
seems like Tom might be having.
Yes. Very, very much so.
Yes. And this gal, so I did a little bit of a breakdown on her. Nadya Statsky is the character name, and she is played by Tatiana Maslany. Her most well-known thing that I have heard of is the show Orphan Black. Have you heard of that?
No.
Oh my gosh. So I've seen clips and I haven't actually watched the full thing because it's an AMC show and I'm really not sure where to watch it. I think it might be on Prime, but I'll have to ask my sister for the login or someone can tell me where to watch it. But anyway, she plays like 10 different characters. And one of them, she has a British accent. And I have heard people rave about her performance. And she's everything that she did in Parks, like how much we love her and everything, I think is just heightened 100,000% in this one because she plays so many different characters in one. And so I really need to add it to my list. Everyone talks about how amazing it is. And there's also now a podcast audio drama where it continues the story from the show, but it's set 10 years later that she's also in. So that would be super cool to watch. And it seems like it's very murder mystery vibes because apparently I don't know if it's by someone killing themselves or what it is, but someone dies and it's like her doppelganger. And so she takes on the identity of this girl and, chaos ensues. But it's very intriguing. I want to watch it.
Yeah, dang, that sounds good.
And it was from 2013. So I'm thinking that she was doing, and it came out, I think, in like June of 2013. So I'm thinking she was doing this in Parks at the same time because, oh yeah, I forgot to do the original air date of Gin It Up because I was going to start doing that on the show now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was 2013. It looks like it was October 17th. So, and then Orphan Black came out in June. So it's like around the same time, I'm sure that they were filming.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah. But anyway, she was also in She-Hulk. Did you watch She-Hulk yet?
No.
On Disney? Yeah. It's not like it's not my most favorite Marvel thing ever, but she was great. I loved her in it. She was awesome. So I would definitely recommend watching it just to see her. And then Mark Ruffalo comes in and out, obviously, because he's the Hulk. And then let's see. Oh, she was also in Perry Mason, which I also need to watch. She has been in Comedy Bang Bang. She's also a huge theater actor and improv lady. So I'm really glad that they added this talent to Parks. It's super cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Okay, so I was gonna say also apparently Aziz is a huge fan of Orphan Black, and in that show, like I said, she has a British accent as one of the characters. So I was wondering if that lent itself to the story, or if Aziz was just like, yeah, maybe I can do a British accent too. Obviously, I'm sure they had it figured out in the writer's room before set, obviously. But yeah, just it's a fun connection with British accents regardless.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to hear her British accent, and if it's better than Tom's, which I would assume that it is.
Yeah. Well, the thing that impressed me, and like this is more from a real life perspective than like a writing perspective, right? Because the writers are probably thinking about this, is that he didn't just adopt the British accent. He like used the same verbiage
dialect
and vernacular, of the Brits, and like he's using mental and like all this stuff. And it's like he could have totally just completely continued to speak like an American with a British accent. So like the commitment to the bit.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, his dialect was great as well. As right, yeah, he is mental and we'll get you sorted, and we don't say that. I mean, we do sometimes, but yeah, I hear you. Okay, so now Ron is loading his crossbow, like what the F, in the office, and Ben comes in.
Why?
Oh my gosh. It's scary. I think I would really freak out if I saw that in a real life setting. Obviously, this is not a real life setting, but I would immediately be concerned and call somebody about that. And it is true. He's right that it is true that a folder could be used as a weapon too, especially in Ron's hands. But but a folder wouldn't accidentally kill anyone. So I don't believe, like a crossbow would. So. And the idea that you're a boss with it, so I don't think that's a fair comparison.
Yeah, agreed. Like, sometimes he just makes himself way too at home at the office for me, Ron.
Yeah.
It's like, this is still, like, I understand that you're trying to, like, take the government down from within and be inefficient, but, like, this is a safety issue now. Come on.
Yeah, totally. So, and it is funny, though, that Ben caves immediately and is like, well, that's probably true.
Yeah.
About the folder thing.
Yeah.
But this is a really sweet moment where Ben says him and Leslie just finished their will, and they want Ron to be the witness, which is so sweet and nice. And I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very cute.
Yeah.
It says a lot of what he means to them.
Totally. And it's reciprocated a little bit later on, which I think is really nice.
Yeah.
And I love that this show, like, I don't know. I feel like this show shows Ron in, this was a great character moment is what I'm trying to say, because even though Ron thinks he knows everything, he doesn't understand how complex and intricate and important wills are, especially if you have a family. It's so bizarre to me, but it's that classic Ron personality thing of not understanding. Like you can't, and it was really good for, I feel, building on this development of when he wanted to go off the grid without his family knowing, and all that kind of stuff. And like, he does have to change his ways now that you are growing and, progressing as a human being. That's not on your own. So I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very interesting. And, very interesting mentality around the 3 most useless jobs to have.
Totally. A doctor is useless. Come on.
Yeah. Well, we know Ron. Ron doesn't want to go to the doctor.
Totally. Yep.
He thinks it's, yeah.
What was it? Lawyer, doctor. What was the third
Congressman.
one? Oh, yes. Oh, very classic Ron.
Yes. Yeah. I'm surprised that wasn't first.
I know, honestly. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I love that he has these weird symbols in in his own will, quote, "The man who kills me will know."
Oh gosh.
Or wild animal that kills me will know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I love Ben, Ben really knowing who he's talking to. He really lays it out. He's like, "Listen, you could not get a will. That's your choice. But if something happens to you, the government gets everything you own." And that clicks Ron right into gear. He's ready.
Yeah. Yeah, and I want to know a little bit if Ben, if the writers knew this, that Ben was doing this maybe like to get him to go to to a lawyer, because this isn't 100% true
Mm.
about it going to the government. It
Mm.
can be true, but I looked it up just to make sure I wasn't crazy. But I work in title insurance, and I order probate a lot, and probate is when you don't have a will. It goes to the courts through the county that you died in, and it has to be, everything has to be laid out. You have to like look at all your assets, and it has to figure out where to go. And for the most part, if you don't have a will, it does go through the probate system, and it is very like, you know, intricate and intense and a long process, but usually it goes to your closest living relative. It's a whole process, and if you don't have living relatives, it goes to, it typically in most states it goes to your spouse first. So if Ron doesn't have a will, all of his assets are going to go to Diane regardless. And I looked this up. Every state is different, but I looked it up just to make sure that Indiana didn't have any crazy laws that I was unaware of. But Indiana's the same thing. It's going to go to Diane if he doesn't have a will. For the most part, obviously, there are certain things like bank accounts, which I don't think he has bank accounts. Maybe he does. I don't know. I think they're all in
Everything's
gold, but-
buried.
right. But which makes it maybe even more important for him to have a will, because like I don't know how he's proving that all of this assets is his. I don't know. Like how do you prove that the gold is yours? I guess if it's on your property, maybe. I'm not sure. Whatever. I'm thinking too deep into it. But anyway, if it doesn't go, if there's no living relatives, like if his mom died, I'm guessing, like if I'm assuming, or I was thinking like maybe if he wasn't married, it would go to his mom or his siblings. He doesn't have siblings, right? We haven't met siblings, I don't think.
But later we do.
Oh,
in
yeah.
season 7. Yeah, he has brothers.
That's right. And we never knew that. That's right. That's right.
Yep.
So if you were under the assumption of season 6, and he doesn't
Right.
have siblings, it would go to his mom, but then his mom would die, I'm sure, before him, because she's older, obviously. So then it would go to, if there's no living relatives, then it would go to the state or to the government, because you know, I that you'd have to go through everything. You'd have to go through Diane, the kids. The kids are not biologically his though, so they are not technically heirs unless he writes them in. So that
which is
also
why
important.
this is important, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you have like a step kid or an adopted kid or whatever, that has to be in writing that you want it to go to them, because if it's not written out that they are your heirs, like if they're not like by blood your beneficiary, then it's not going to go to them. So that's also another reason why it's really important.
Yep.
So, but yeah, it's not going to go to the government in his case unless again he like didn't have Diane. But that
is that just if you have that probate insurance, or is that like regardless of whether you have it or not?
No, that's like regardless.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't. Yeah, it'll go. So probate is if you don't have a will at all. Sometimes if you have a will, it'll still go through the probate process of like being filed and legally recorded in the county office and all that kind of stuff. And obviously I am an amateur, so I don't know all the things. I'm not a lawyer. Okay, go to your state lawyer. But I'm just saying that if you, it goes to next of kin or your spouse first.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, but Ben is right. If he didn't have Diane, and if he didn't have his siblings, then yes, it probably would go to the government or some sort of state thing if he didn't have anything written.
Yeah.
So
Bummer.
yeah. But anyway, just wanted to give you some legalese. But it does get Ron moving to make a decision, but that's not like mega super completely accurate, especially since they're married now. But like we talked about the kids part, I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but the kids part is really important, because if it sounds like he really cares about these kids, and I know that he wants them to be safe too. So, and nothing would go to them because they're not technically his real heirs.
Yeah.
Which is sad. It sucks to say that, especially like if they consider, if someone considers them, that's happened before. Like they consider them the dad, but like nothing was written, so you don't get anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It sucks.
It does suck.
Anyhow, so at least Ron doesn't say like F you, whatever. I feel like he asks, where the lawyer is. So that is some growth.
Yeah. Yeah. He's trying to better understand and see
Once
what
he
he can
talks
do.
about the government, once he's threatened, essentially.
Yes.
Okay, so we're in the city council meeting. And I love that there is a question mark on the closed session sign in front.
Yeah.
That's fun too. And Leslie is proposing a new bike path and a bunch of other bills that I'm sure are super, efficient and incredible. And Jam and Dexhart are being absolute tools, blocking everything and ending the session early. Ugh, it's so annoying. And then he says nothing personal when, like, he literally said the line, "We don't like you."
Yeah, it's definitely personal. I just get, and it's throughout the entire episode, every time Jam's speaking, I get frustrated.
Same.
Because it's like, you don't care about the town. You're there for power and whatever free stuff you can get because you're in that position. And it's so frustrating.
Yes. Glazer, the actor, he is so good
So
at this.
good. So good.
My God. He's so good at playing the sleazebag, man.
He makes you so mad.
Congressman. Yes. Ugh. That is literally the definition of personal. Oh my God. But Leslie doesn't really take the bait, which is amazing. She doesn't lose her cool. I don't know how she doesn't, but and then I think it's not in this episode. I think it's like the next episode or something when she's like, "How am I the one being recalled?" That's just so accurate, I feel. Oh my God.
Yeah. Out of I'm not going to remember his name. The really old guy, Marvin. I feel like his name starts with an M.
I know. Why am I forgetting it too?
I don't know, but
anyway,
he's
the old
definitely,
guy,
he's definitely capped.
Yeah,
he's been there for a long time. Dexhart has all these scandals. Jam can
just
Jam shouldn't be there, but he can charm people.
He's had bribery.
Bribery.
So many things that inappropriateness for sure. Oh my God,
yeah, definitely inappropriate. Sexual harassment for sure. In the beginning with Leslie too. Yeah.
Yes. Ew.
Yeah.
Gross. Well, so Chris comes in and tells Leslie that a tweet has been tweeted from the Parks and Rec account. And oh no, it was Donna on her personal account accidentally posting because she clearly runs the, social media department, which is a cool job task that I wouldn't have thought about until now. So that's cool. But she goes to tell this to do it. Yeah, she is the perfect person to do it. She would absolutely nail that as far as making people excited about it. And she's totally on the grid. So I could totally see her and Tom making TikToks for the Parks account.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be so fun to see?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'd love
how
to see a
big TikTok is now.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been awesome. Anyhow, so she goes to tell this to Donna, and Donna has a bunch of recall note merch, which is, kind of a callback to that deleted scene with the bags that they were handing out, including a neck massager, which, by the way, I totally thought looked like a vibrator. I was like, that's just a straight up vibrator.
Yeah, I think it is.
I know, I saw that on IMDb too.
Oh my gosh, because we got massagers for a work thing last year, and there's a huge caution thing in the packaging that says do not massage your neck, because you could hit an artery the wrong way and you could screw yourself up really bad. So they say with those massage guns that you shouldn't use them on your neck at all. So I bet it could be vibrator instead.
It's totally a vibrator. It's absolutely a vibrator, especially because most massage guns I feel like have some sort of handle or something.
Yeah.
And it's just a vibrator. I'm bad about that. I definitely massage my neck, but not a lot. I mostly just get my shoulders and then a little bit up into my neck, and it feels so good. I need to probably stop doing that. But oh my God.
Well, and I think if you're doing it low intensity, it's probably not too bad. But
that's true.
If you're driving it in there,
ugh. Yeah, my favorite, my massager has a little attachment on it. It's a little pointy plastic thing. And I love putting that on my shoulders. Right? Oh, even poking my shoulder like I'm doing right now feels really good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Those things are a godsend. Because massages aren't cheap.
Yeah, and they're really good after you exercise too. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how intense that is for, when your muscles are tight after exercising.
Yeah. So good.
Okay, sorry, tangent. Anyhow, oh yeah, I was wondering why she even has merch. Like, was she trying to take it from the other people so that other people don't get it? Like,
It's free
was she
stuff.
putting the don't stickers on there? Yeah, it's free stuff.
I think it's just free stuff.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I mean, not fair, but I was like, don't take that stuff. But it is free.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. And I
If
think
anyone should have it, it should be them.
yeah, and I think she's like in this headspace of like they're not changing my mind, but I'll take the free stuff. You know?
Right. Yes.
So
okay, thank you. All right. So, I was going to say, I've definitely done this on the park's Instagram, and I wonder if anyone else has like crazier stories, but like our Park Pals Instagram, where I have posted my own stuff, but then I like see as it's uploading, I'm like, oh shoot, that was the wrong account. So it never has been a problem. However, I will say most of the park stuff is very like I'm very authentic on the Park Pals thing anyway, so I feel like if I posted a personal one, no one would be like, that's out of the ordinary.
No one would flag that.
Right. However, sometimes on TikTok I repost stuff, like I'll reshare things, and I definitely do that on the parks more than I realize. It's nothing like insane. I don't think that anyone would be like, why is that account posting or reposting that? But especially since it's not a government job. But I'm just saying, yeah, that could be that's like bad. That's really bad.
Yeah.
Especially about like sexy firemen on a government funded department.
Yeah.
Yikes. Like Donna says too, I guess it could have been worse. It could have been worse. I think
really
nowadays, I feel like nowadays, like obviously Fox News would take it and run with it just like Purd does, which I have a little note about that later. But I feel like the rest of us would just be like, oh, who cares? That's funny, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, so Leslie just says, be more careful. It could have blown up in her face. And now we're at Purd. Twitter Watergate, the headline says.
It should have been Twittergate. Come on.
Great. Yeah. Purd, you dummy.
My goodness.
You funny dummy. Yeah. And okay, so this is where I have my note though, where I don't know how I didn't make this connection before. And maybe it's just because of the culture that we're in right now in this administration. But, I know it's not as nefarious, but Purd is absolutely Fox News.
Yeah.
This is like just spouting shit without knowing anything, spreading misinformation, the phrasing of all of his things being incorrect, not really saying anything, but acting like you're saying something. I mean, I know it was more of a commentary on local news and, how people blow things up when it's in a small town.
But it spiraled.
But it's spiraled. And now that we're getting into the news nowadays, like current events and stuff like that with this year, I was like, this is Fox News. That's what it is. Oh my God. Purd, we love you, Purd. I know it's, like I said, it's not as nefarious. But I was like, this is what it is. This is the parallel that I am drawing. But it was so crazy to see that.
Yeah. It's just to get viewership. It's just to get attention. It's just to get people riled up.
Yeah, it's who can get the most attention at this time. Yeah, 100%. But it is nice that Chris is helping, or at least trying to help and stand with her. Like, guard your buds. They're about to get nipped.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he really is trying his best. And I don't know where Anne is in all of this episode, but he's stepping in to be a good right hand. I think he's trying to kind of fill that void for Anne.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I did look that up. Both Anne and Pratt are gone. Pratt is obviously doing Galaxy, but I think Rashida had a couple different shows during the 2012-2013 time frame. There was a couple different movies also that she was doing, so I don't know if maybe she was filming them, but I couldn't figure out. I'm sure she had something going on with her filming schedule. That must have been what it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So let's see. Now we're with Crazy British Tom talking to Nadya and talking about Pawnee's craziest diseases. And she's not from here, which I didn't realize at the beginning because this is not where she says it outright, but at this line she says, you have the highest cases of West Nile, not we.
Right.
So I thought that was interesting because before I watched it and having been a avid watcher of Parks, I was like, oh, that's a nice reminder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because she's
It's
the
subtle,
Doctors Without
but
Borders. Yeah,
yeah. Subtle, but makes the point.
totally. And then I love that April just kind of rolls in. Was she in there the whole time? I love that reveal that she just kind of like wheels her chair in from the like other side of the table.
Yeah, I think she's been there the whole time.
Yeah, I would guess so too. And I love that she says, "Just keep talking that way because it's so fun. Just keep going in that accent."
Yeah.
Or accent.
Oh man.
But it is funny too because that's the thing he takes away when she says, "Don't ever stop talking like that." Like, you think she'd marry me?
Yeah. I know. He just
Like, that's where we're going with this.
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
talk like this,
that
forever,
was
she'd
not the
marry
point.
me? Right.
Yeah.
Now we're at the lawyer's office. I love Suave Ben. Like when he thinks he's smooth
know.
he knows more
Just
than
leans
everyone
into it.
else. Yes, like just let me do the talking. He's a lawyer, I'm an accountant. We speak the same language. I love that line too about like, well, accountants are known to be more of a bad boy, but there's a respect.
Oh my gosh. What a nerd.
Oh my God. Adam Scott's performance, though, is so funny and how,
That's
like,
so
he
good.
immediately snaps out of it. It is such a nerdy thing. I love it so much. It's so
Yeah. I know. I love it. He does such a good job. I'm like,
Yes.
this lawyer, he practices too many kinds of law for me.
cute. Right? Yes.
It's like, I know Pawnee's small, but like,
I know. I hear what you're saying for
It's
sure.
not that
'Cause there
small.
are different lawyers for each one. Like, estate lawyers, like,
Mm-hmm.
specifically. You're
do
right.
estate law.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he did, he was like a personal lawyer and like did, like the property law and all that stuff. And I don't know what kind of law
Right.
you would call that, but like when the Tommy's Closet thing was going on.
Right. Right. Yeah. I'm not sure either. That's a good question. But yeah, maybe it's like a civil case or something like that. But yeah, I guess he could do multiple. That's funny. But it is nice to think about. That's true. Like a good point that Pawnee is so small that they only have one lawyer to do all of the
All the law
or Eagleton
for all the
even.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to at least have two because if somebody goes to court against someone else who's
Right. That's true. That's true.
yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Ben says, oh, I love this callback. Ben says Ron is looking to do some goodwill hunting as a pun. And if you did not listen to the last episode about how you like them apples, that's from Goodwill Hunting. So that was a fun moment to have come back. Also, who doesn't like puns? Like, who the F are you, you weirdo? I know
Puns
that
are
Ben's
great.
going... Yeah, I know Ben's going overboard, but to say that you just don't like puns is very I don't know, just very weird to me.
Yeah.
Off-putting to me.
Maybe it's his overemphasis on it.
Yeah,
But
maybe so. There's another pun in the deleted scenes here where he says he didn't mean to make it inheritance, like tense the word. I thought that was really fun. Inheritance. I thought that was really
That's
good.
so
I wish
funny.
that they didn't cut that.
oh my gosh.
This show is so good at making puns, though. I mean, a lot
yeah.
of shows are, but oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyhow, like you said, this lawyer is the same dude who represents John Ralphio. So I was like, you know what? You're not the best anyway. Like,
Yeah.
So why would you understand humor? You know what I mean? I do love that they brought him back, though. That's super fun. He's been on The Good Place and 8,000 other things. So we love this dude.
Yeah. He does a great job.
Right. So now we're at the hearing for this whole Twittergate. I'm calling it Twittergate because it's not Twitter Watergate, which is also, it is so smart and so funny to just be so dumb and have that slide right off of your like list of things that it could be called.
Yeah.
Twitter Watergate. But at least Jam is honest. He says they want to turn this thing into a circus. And he does that at the press conference too, where he's like, we're going to blow this way out of proportion.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I think that's really funny.
So bad.
Because that's exactly like we just talked about with Fox News and just all these other Republican politicians where they're just like, that's my only point here is to blow this out of proportion.
Yeah. Yeah, is to make this the biggest deal on TV right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Leslie
Oy.
says, here's the explanation. A Parks and Rec employee accidentally tweeted from the Parks and Rec account, not her personal account. It was an honest mistake. Not a big deal. Well, it is a big deal, but it's like, it's fixable. We can move forward. And Donna is ashamed. You can tell. I think Reddit did a really good job of making her facial expressions, embarrassed.
Yeah, you can tell she's remorseful. And, this is the thing. It's like, this is a department thing. This doesn't have, it's internal department. They handled it internally. I don't feel like that's anybody else's business.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I feel the same way. Yeah, exactly. And that's, again, to the point where Jam is just blowing this out of proportion. This does not need to be a trial.
Yeah.
And, oh my gosh, yeah, I thought this was really smart on the Parks people. I mean, turning the attention to stupid stuff and just saying these like buzzwords like Benghazi and 9/11 to get a rise out of people. I mean, oh my God, that was really smart and so coded for our current system and the current system, just the current system in general, the system then, the system now, like how it all is. And the way Leslie explains her reasons for flip-flopping is so good, with the chocolate milk reference and admitting she can change her mind on things, which most people, especially politicians, are just incapable of doing. Not all the time, but most of the time. But I like this whole idea of like, I learned new information and then I changed my mind because I learned that new information. And so many, especially Republicans, are not capable of saying that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and the other part of it for me that really pisses me off about Jam is that he's quoting something she said in a closed door meeting.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
This isn't, she didn't come to the media and give a press conference and say, well, it was probably just bored teenagers. Right.
That's true.
Like she genuinely was just like, oh, it's probably bored teenagers, but let's go investigate. And in like a peer setting,
Yes, that's so true. That's a good point. Great point. And then Jam brings up that they need to hear from the employee in question. And that's even harder to like bear because then you like look at Donna and you're like, oh my God. And Donna thinks she's about to get fired. She said that in the previous moment when they were all meeting together. And Leslie's like, no one's getting fired. It's not a big deal. And it's because of this recall election. I mean, I'm sure Jam would have like wanted to do this before, but now that she's being recalled, it's even more of a let's get the attention off of her.
Yeah.
I don't really understand what Jam has like against Leslie. I'll never know. It's just because she's a woman, I guess, that didn't want to sleep with him.
Yeah. Didn't want to sleep with him. She also like he can never get his stuff to just pass with her. Like if it doesn't make sense, like she's not going to pass it. And I think he doesn't like how hard she's made some things for him.
Right, exactly. And he also, with the whole, like, I guess the bribery situation with the boats and the jet skis and all that stuff, like, yeah, with that, his guy being the animal department fellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so now we're back with Tom, and he's speaking in his regular accent now, and he goes super overboard with getting every single creation of coffee/caffeine that is available to mankind, even an espresso.
Yeah.
Which I was like,
I wonder if he went home and got it. Because I'm pretty sure he has an espresso, but it's like the Parks and Rec office definitely doesn't.
No, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, did he like, when he went to Coffee Bucks or whatever, Starbucks, whatever wherever he went, did he just buy an espresso? Because a lot of coffee shops have Nespresso machines there that they sell. But that's a better point as far as going home and getting it. But yeah, and then 4 bags of coffee beans, like, she would need that in this moment, but that's nice, I suppose. And he explains his going so overboard. A latte, a cappuccino, all the things. He explains his accent going away with a cold. He said, oh, I had a cold.
My gosh.
And so my voice does weird things like being British.
Yeah. She's so sweet because she's like, oh, yeah, you have a cold? Let me check your glands. Like just going along with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, trying to make sure he's okay. I like that she's like, is that glitter?
Yeah. You have so much moisturizer on.
Right. Which did you see online where that could have been a reference to Sparkle Suds back when they were like putting like glitter in the soap? I think Anne actually came up with that idea.
Yeah. Sparkle, sparkle, big star. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Right.
What does she say?
Twinkle, twinkle, big star. I don't know.
Yeah, twinkle, twinkle sounds better. Yeah.
Yes, totally. But she says that she's not actually going to be at this event that she's trying to rent the park for, the vaccination event, because Tom says he could help administer vaccines as if he has any, experience or knowledge about doing that. But that's when it's revealed that she lives in Indianapolis, and she's just here for the permit.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really interesting. But yeah, that is funny that he's trying to be so nice, which again, this is where the psycho Tom, like the nice psycho Tom, comes in, because it's like that would be nice to like have an option of whatever coffee drink I would like, because you're just not sure which one to get.
Yeah. Where is that treatment?
But then it would just be so strange to see that and then also have to contend in your mind with the fact that he is no longer British.
Yeah.
So that's not right. I do love this though, where Tom is trying to trap her because I love this little moment too. I am in love with Nadya, whatever her last name is.
And it's so funny because I don't think I've clocked before that we knew her last name. And so it's just like, oh yeah, he doesn't know her last name. Like that's how they don't know each other that much. That's how little they know each other. But she literally gives us her last name when she introduces herself.
Yeah.
He just wasn't paying attention. He was like dazed.
Didn't remember.
Yeah.
Yes. I do love this also line of Tom is going to trap her using my biggest weapon at my disposal, bureaucratic incompetence.
Yes.
It really
Which
is the
real.
most powerful weapon. Yes.
It's real.
I also love that Tom has set up this like date essentially with I guess we got to make daiquiris now. There's rum and fruits here.
Oh my
I really
gosh.
like that.
Yeah.
And I love the form that he makes up too to make to Lisa Hanger at the airport. It's almost as if it doesn't exist.
My gosh.
And I also love her performance and delivery of like, what is this place?
Yeah.
Like, where am I?
With the
I am
music.
Right, especially because Leslie and Ron probably, I think at this point, are not there. So it's just Tom and April just like running this weird like upside down world,
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, did you notice that April was making like a little hat with the question marks?
I did not notice the hat. I saw that she had put them all over her desk.
Oh my gosh, yes. She is making like it looks like a rocket or something. You'll have to go back when you watch it next time.
Yeah.
It looks like a little rocket or something, like a headband, but like with a rocket. And she's putting the stickers over over it, and it was just really funny to me. So anyway.
Man.
Okay. So Dexhart is a huge fan of the tweet. Super gross. He's creepy and weird.
I love that.
And yeah, there is a double standard. He was sued by 2 different women for sexual harassment, and somehow Donna's private Twitter isn't available because her and Jam have the same hairdresser. Oh my God, Jam! And yeah, this is like, Jam, you're not supposed to. This is not something to be like investigating the private account.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah. It's an invasion of privacy, and it has nothing to do with the Parks Department. And he's just digging and digging, and I'm sure he's getting some help from Pinewood to make sure that Leslie's taken down.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. Ugh, so annoying. So the hairdresser is Typhoon, which we love that character name, so funny. And he is played by Rodney Toe, and he's been in a ton of stuff. I love that he will eventually come back quite a few times. He has been in Modern Family as well. If anyone watches that show, he dresses like a princess at Mitch and Cam's Halloween party, and Lily thinks that he is her mom, which I love that episode. It's so funny.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that one yet. That's great.
It's so funny. Oh my God. Because they do this whole thing where they say that Lily's mom is a princess when they're reading her nighttime stories. And so every princess that she sees is like, oh my God, that's my mom. Oh my God. It's so cute. And then add to the fact that both Lily and Rodney are of Asian descent. And you're just like,
right.
Yeah.
There she is.
Exactly. He also played in the show Barry, which I love. Rosewood.
Love Barry. Oh
Good
my
Girls.
gosh.
Yeah, so good. a ton of other more recent things, so you'll definitely have to check that out. Right now, there's this show called The Brother's Son on Netflix that he's in, which is fun. He also does a ton of theater, which is great. And it's so funny, too, because as I was doing my research on him, I was like trying to think, didn't he play a hairdresser somewhere else with someone's like dad or something that like the dad didn't want to get his hair cut by anyone else? And that was Ron. I was thinking of the episode where Ron gets his hair cut. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. And I was like,
Yep.
he's got to have played something in some other thing. But no, my brain just did not remember that it was this actual show. Because I remember really loving that episode where they really get along over their hatred of like bicycles or something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. It's something weird where you're like, those two are definitely not going to get along. And then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And he like uses the word Euro trash, I think, or something. And Ron really enjoys that.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Okay, so Ron is now giving a ballpark figure to the lawyer to set up his will/assets because Ben has goaded him by saying, it could go to build a library or the State Department will get it. And so, Ron is like, okay, fine, whatever. And
Get him
Ben
with
is
the
peeking over
library.
his Yes, the library. Ooh, that was a kick to the nuts. Anyways, Ben is peeking over his shoulder, and then we learn that this is an insane amount. Like, trusts will need to be drawn up. Kids would never have to work. Tax shelters need to be made. Like, what does Ron have? And I love that they never say it. It's such an imagination moment where you're just
Yeah.
like, oh my God, what the F?
Yeah, it's insane. I can't even imagine what that number is.
I know. Oh my God.
That his
like,
kids
is he
won't
a
have to work?
billionaire? Yeah. Is he a secret billionaire? And also, like, where are these assets? I feel like it's not. It can't just be gold in his house. Like, there's
No.
got to be other stuff that we just don't know about from Ron. It has to be.
Yeah.
And I know that he doesn't buy clothes and he doesn't buy new things. So, like, I get that he's like super frugal and all that, and doesn't go to the doctor, so he doesn't have any medical bills. But I'm still like, that's still insane. So, yeah, I'd be very intrigued to know the number. Or like what the writers were thinking. Oh, okay. So now we're at the tweets showing Donna and her private account on Twitter. And she's complaining about Leslie. And it's really sad. It's like insulting to Leslie. And I hated this. I really don't like that they like pitted them against each other. And the bitch boss thing, that's so awful.
Yeah, I agree. And I would never personally do this. Like on my, I mean, that I don't post on social media anyway, but if I were to, I would never have my grievances out like that. It feels disrespectful. Like, what if she were to ever see it on her own? Like, if I have a problem with my job, I go to you or Ivan or, my mom, and it's like, hey, I just need to vent about what's going on right now. Like, it's not something I feel like is appropriate for putting up anyway. And so it sucks that, that's how Donna felt like she needed to vent. And then that Leslie gets to see it, right? And it's been out there for so many people to see and think about her.
That's the thing. It's private. Like, Donna's Twitter thing is private. This was never meant to be seen by anyone except for like sexy people that she's trying to hook up with, and maybe Tom. Like maybe Tom, because Tom's on Twitter too. But like, this was a private account, and Twitter, this was back in the day. I'm sure people still use it this way, but Twitter, this was back in the day when you put every single thought on Twitter. That was like the thing. I did it too. I didn't necessarily do like the meanness part of it, but like people, and I, like I said, I'm sure people are doing it now too, but like when I watched award shows, or if I watched a TV show, or if I just had a random thought pop into my head, this is like where Twitter shined, because it was a short thought, it was a quick thought, and you just got it out into the universe, and then you felt better. And people use those like tweets could go viral. They still can, but tweets like back then, I feel, were like going viral because you'd share it and you're like, I agree with this, blah, blah, blah. And so the fact that Donna wasn't even trying to like go viral or anything like that, she was just using Twitter to vent. Really sucks that Jam just like had it out. But I think they handle it like maturely after the fact, but
Oh
to
yeah.
not. But like I felt for Leslie, because Leslie has this thing where she thinks that she's friends with everybody, even if they are her like subordinates. And
Hmm.
Donna and Leslie have created this lovely relationship that we've seen grow and prosper over the episodes and over the course of the show. And so it's just like really sad and such a bummer to see that Donna doesn't always feel like it's reciprocated. Um, so yeah, it was just kind of a bummer at this point in the show.
Yeah, I agree. And
Yeah.
I get that side of it too. Like the I feel like Donna's privacy has been violated.
Mm-hmm.
Like so,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that they don't hash it out here and they don't bring out boss bitch
Yeah.
here. I'm glad that it's
Right.
like a win that they have off to the side that can't be tainted by Jam or anyone else, that they have it. They don't, like, she doesn't try to defend herself right there in the moment. She, you know, like Chris finds out later, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a nice little moment away from everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do get that it's also like a like if it's on social media, like there are no rules there. If it's on social media, it's on there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of if it's private or not. You know what I mean? Like everyone has like some sort of hold over, or right to the internet, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it does suck. And I mean, the whole thing when you were saying that they didn't hash it out there, like I feel like Leslie was just so in shock too, because when
Yeah.
this whole thing about like being annoying, I thought that was your thing. That's even more of an insult. That's not my thing. That's no one's thing, Donna. Like
Yeah.
what? No, don't say that. Oh my
Yeah. I
god.
didn't love that.
No.
Yeah.
Also, I don't watch True Blood, so I really wish I knew what that tweet meant. Maybe I'll have to look it up. Did you ever watch True Blood?
I watched the first season, but it was like, I don't know. I was maybe 15. So
Oh,
I
I see.
don't
Okay.
have any memory of what
Okay, maybe I
that would
should
mean.
watch it again because yeah, I don't understand what she meant. She did like a hashtag True Blood fans get it or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So and then I don't know, I this whole part of like Donna trying to stick up for herself saying, you really think I hate you after all of this? And to be honest, I don't know. If I was Leslie, I feel like I'd be the same way. I'd be like, I don't know, like because I thought that we were friends,
Yeah.
and I thought that you like liked me and wouldn't call me a bitch. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I thought you had
Ugh.
respect for me. And like this feels disrespectful.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The respect
Yeah.
part is a huge thing. Yeah. Also, okay, so the next scene is Chris trying to postpone these hearings, but he says he can't. Like Jam is just relentless, and I know we kind of gloss over that, but I was like, why not, Chris? Why can't you?
Yeah.
Is it because you're just like such a rule follower that like whatever you think needs to be done, and like Jam is like technically within his rights or something like that? Like I feel like you could stop it. You could say this is like a waste of like city taxes and time and resources. Why?
Which it
Why are we doing
is.
this?
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. It kind of brings me back to like when Chris brought Leslie to trial, where
Yeah.
I was like, okay, does Chris just need everything to be hashed out and like just make this trial be fair and square vibes? But like that's not fair either because Jam isn't playing fair and square. I don't know. I was kind of pissed at
Yeah.
Chris if I'm honest. So I was like, why?
Yeah. It's like, do something. Although I can't speak too much because I don't know like what a city manager, like how much power they actually have, but you'd think he
I
would have power
know.
to say like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I guess you're right because technically I think we had that moment when Leslie said that technically Leslie is Chris's boss now that she's a city council
Yeah.
member. So maybe
Yeah.
Jam actually is like more powerful, quote unquote, with his title, but
Yeah.
it's still annoying. Whatever.
It is. Yeah.
Anyway, so Leslie is testing Chris and asking him if he thinks that she's annoying. And he does say what Donna was saying, I guess, in a more like professional and diplomatic way, as far as like Leslie asks a lot of her people. This is what she meant by annoying, I guess, where she says like, sometimes it's hard to work with her and she can be like zealous and, just ask a lot of people that she works with and works for or whatever. But which I guess is nice. And I do love that, Chris says he saw a lot of wonderful tweets as well from Donna, which that was really needed. We really needed, the audience needed to see that Donna does love Leslie as well. And some of these tweets were before the trial too, because if there were tweets where she loved Leslie like after the trial happened, it'd be like, oh, I'm just trying to apologize and like save face kind of vibes. But it was before too,
Yeah.
She was like sticking up for her in the recall nope, campaign and all that kind of stuff. So that was really important for me to see. And I'm glad I forgive Chris in a little ways because he brought this up.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between boss bitch and bitch boss, which that is nice. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that too.
Oh, this is where I noticed another sticker. He has a don't on his mug for recall nope.
Nice.
I love that. Which, by the way, he has a recall nope mug from somewhere. So he had to put a don't on it. I wonder where he got that mug from. I guess it was, again, just free stuff. Anyway.
Free stuff.
So Tom changes his outfit like 800 times and tries to get Nadya to stay, but she finally gives up and she's like, okay, whatever. And I love that she named her airline JetBlue Ivy. Perfect thing to say to Tom. Perfect.
Yes.
They are soulmates.
She's the one.
Yes, she's the one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ben tries to talk to Ron, and again, it's so cute, like how wrong he is as far as like he thinks he's helping and he's being this suave Ben again, but he thinks he nailed it. And I just really love that about, because Ben thinks like this is about your mortality, isn't it? And I think this is like taking you for a loop, and it's really, sad and emotional. And Ron makes a joke for the first time, which I think that would be a fun like trivia moment too, to go back and see, did Ron ever joke before? Was that his true first joke? We'll have to go back and watch.
Yeah. That would be a good question.
Yeah. But he doesn't care for joking.
Not a fan, he says.
Right, not a fan. So, and I mean, it is fair, I guess, that he doesn't want his kids to be entitled brats, but Ben is right on this part, at least, that it doesn't really matter about the money, that, the important thing is that you teach your kids the right values that you want to impart to them. And if there is money, then you'll know and they'll know what that value is, and that money doesn't buy everything, and to be a good person and, those kinds of things. But Ben, also knows that you can't really convince Ron to do anything. So he's like, fine, just leave it to the wild boar who ends up killing you. And Ron has to think about that.
And it'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, but Bill Gates did the same thing where he's leaving most of his money to charities, and his kids are going to have some sliver of his fortune, but it's not all of it. And I think that's the way I don't have his exact wording, but it was, my kids will know what it means to work for what they have, and that builds character and everything. So
yeah. And the sliver of money that both Ron and I'm guessing Gates have is still a lot.
Right. Like, it's still a lot. Yeah.
So I
think
they're
you're
fine.
not leaving them nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently that reference to the wild boar may have been about Game of Thrones when the king gets killed by a wild boar, if you remember that in the first season.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
that's
didn't
true
catch
for
that,
sure,
but yeah.
But it is, even if it's not true, it is a nice little reference. So, because Ron could have definitely survived in Game of Thrones times, I feel.
Yeah.
Okay, so Donna now goes to talk to Leslie, and they both apologize. And in a way, I kind of wanted Donna's apology to be more like apologetic and deeper, because we have come to look at them as friends. But, at the end of the day, also, Leslie is Donna's boss, and there's always going to be that boundary there, which I kind of just have to accept and see that. I feel like Leslie came in more of like saying sorry first, which was weird to me. But I don't know. I guess it's just an acceptance thing that boundary is always going to be there.
Yeah.
But I do love the new hashtag. What'd she say? Like psycho boss or something like this? Crazy. I can't remember what it was. Uh,
I think it's Psycho Boss.
with all her favorite lipsticks and nail polishes, and they should wear them at the same time. I actually love that. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah. Cute little bonding.
Yeah. And at least Donna did apologize. At least she did say something, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're back at the lawyer's office, and the lawyer thinks that he's one-upping Ben by saying an accountant wouldn't know what a joke is. Rude. Okay.
Very rude.
Because Ron had made a joke again. Not that an accountant would know. Anyway, whatever. I do love this little rivalry, though. I think it's really funny, and I wonder if that's like a thing in real life. I'd love to speak to a lawyer or an accountant and see if they have this like kind of subtle undertone of, you know, rivalry.
I'll have to ask my brother if it exists.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Okay, so you know what? Maybe a tiny bit, because estate lawyers work with lenders all the time when they're buying property. So that could be for sure real.
Yeah, that could be where it comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay. Let's see. Ron says 5% will go to his kids, and apparently even that is a preposterous, like crazy amount, like we just talked about.
Crazy.
And so I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
And I love this. This is the top moment we were talking about, where it's reciprocated, where Leslie and Ben are choice number 2, because Ron was going to leave, his kids as like the guardian to his kids as the 98-year-old owners of Mulligan's.
Did he? I hope that he like pushed that by Diane before he put that in writing.
I know. I would assume so.
Yeah.
But yes.
Well, technically, I think they have to have. Do they have to have the same will, I guess is a question. Because they're married and so all their assets are joined.
No, you have different
the kids,
wills.
I guess. Okay.
Yeah, you have your each separate will. But I do believe that you need to make sure that you speak with your partner about like what goes, you know, like what is the same, like regarding your kids and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like technically, yeah, that would be a really interesting question for an estate lawyer too. Like if you share a bank account or what kind of stuff, or maybe it's just like split evenly. But yeah, because technically when you're married, like you could still own like your car and your spouse isn't on it, or you could own or have like an inheritance from your family that your spouse doesn't really have access to, or whatever it is. So like that does need to be in writing, or like small stuff even goes in wills, like jewelry or books or whatever worldly possessions you may have, you know what I mean? Obviously, you don't have to do all of that. So now now we're proceeding the witch hunt, where, the whole witches thing is kind of funny to me, but also like, because you can use witches as a good thing too, you know what I mean? They're in their own coven and they have this relationship, but he's using it derogatorily, which I love that Leslie calls out, so that's good. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they tell Jam off, and I love this solidarity because it's so easy for politics and the media to like twist female relationships and like pit them against each other, which is exactly what Jam was trying to do, and I really hated this. So I'm so glad because it worked in a way, because you know, when you think about the reality of Donna like complaining about Leslie when Leslie had no idea that she felt this way, that is a little bit of a shock. But I don't want the rest of the world to think that they're not friends and that they're not like working through their problems and their issues and stuff, and that female relationships can be really strong. Okay, so I do love that Leslie is like, no, fuck you, we're not doing this anymore, and then they walk out, and I love that. And I love that that was Donna's like I guess redeeming moment when she said, I prefer El Diablo.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
Yeah, so that really helped me. I loved that so much.
Yeah.
And that maturity shown there. I just feel like that's so good.
Mm-hmm.
However,
like you failed, by the way.
Right.
It's like you failed, Jam.
Yeah. You just got jammed.
So, yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, however, Donna does not forgive Typhoon, which is a hilarious name, by the way. I don't think I said that.
Great name. Yeah.
But his real name is Norman. Oh my God. I love that so much.
Yeah.
Which
it's a great little trivia.
I don't blame her.
Yeah.
For not forgiving him yet. Okay?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We need some remorse.
Yeah. And just for not coming to a party.
Right,
it's
exactly.
Like, come on, man.
Right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we do a lot in this tag that comes up. We're really wrapping up every single story. Now we're at the hospital because Tom has come to tell Nadya that she can have the park. And side note, this was April's idea to go to the hospital. This was a deleted scene, and I wanted to just play for you because it was really cute, and I feel like it showed April's growth and just maturity, and I really appreciated it.
Aw.
Well, it's not too late. Let's drive to Indy and tell her you like her. Worst thing that can happen is she yells at you again, but that would be fun for me to watch. You go with me? Yeah, she works in the hospital. I have a chance to see you get humiliated and steal a human organ in a jar. Let's go. I'm driving.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't very loud, but basically Tom was like, whatever, what if I have to start over? And it'll just be so weird. And then April was like, well, why can't you just like go talk to her again? Who cares? And
Yeah.
so I thought that was a really sweet moment. And like you heard at the end, it works for her too because she could steal a human organ. So that's fine.
Of course.
Love that.
Yeah. And there's something about April and Tom. Like, she wants Tom to be happy because she does step in mostly when it's Tom.
I know. I agree with that. That's true. They do have some sweet moments together. And Tom does that for April as well. Like when Tom came over to like lift her up about how poorly the dog adoption went, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like, maybe you could still do it. You just have to find ways in this job to like be happy. And I thought that was really sweet. So it's nice to have that kind of back and forth. I like that a lot.
Yeah, agreed.
So Tom is acting all mature and like, okay, whatever. I'm an adult. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. Hyping himself up. But then as soon as he sees her, all of that just goes out the window. He loses all coolness and is like, whatever, just tell her your fault because you're so dumb.
Yeah.
And I do love this moment though between two adult women of just like Tom is the child, which he is. It's just like, okay, we're the bosses here. We know what's up. And I love Nadia's choice of acting to look at him while she says he is kind of cute, and it's like he's not even there.
Right. They're like having a separate conversation.
Yeah, he's like a Barbie doll that she's looking at that has no feelings or like can't hear him, but she totally knows she can do that. So I love that. And I love April's line too of like, he's way out of your league. So there's like literally no risk for you.
No risk.
This is such a wonderful moment. I love it. And especially like women that you don't even like know each other, but you can see eye to eye. Like, you know what I mean? We know what's up. So that was really cute. And yeah, I love that she's like, what the hell? I'm leaving soon anyway, so might as well just go out on a date. I also love this moment where she's just like, okay, want to go out with me? And then she just leaves. I guess we'll set that up later.
Yeah, really. They don't even have each other's numbers or anything.
I know.
It's
I
fine.
think that happens so many times. I've actually seen a couple TikToks making fun of that. I feel like that's a TV thing when they're like, okay, well, I'll see you then. And you're just like, but where? What time? What place? Oh my God.
So true.
Anyhow. Okay, well, that's all I have. Do you have anything else?
No. That was my ending. Was just that April's having a great friend moment. So
yeah, I like that too. It's so cute. Okay, well, I really like that we had that as kind of a palate cleanser, if you will, after the whole like Eagleton doppelgangers and just a lot of chaos going on with merging them. So and I love that we learned what gin it up means.
We needed a break. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit of a break to get back into it. Well, don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, do all the things. We'll be back next time with the next episode. If you have any questions or anything like that you'd like us to look into, let us know. But otherwise, we will see you on the next round.
See you next time.
Bye.
There's a park and some pals, and there's also therapy too.